I got my plushies pillow. Just wanted to let you guys know. It's week 14. I'm a bit late, as usual, doing my update. It's been kind of a weird week. You can order these on Etsy at plushiesetsy.com. So they're handmade, custom for you. They have your name, surgery date. They have all different types. So why don't you guys check them out? It's not a plug. They're not sponsoring me. I just think they are the cutest thing. So, and of course, me and my dark side, black and gray. I wanted to do black and green, but I didn't think it was an option. So, hey, this works for me because this is similar to our school colors, except for our school colors have like a cobalt blue. So, it's cute. I like it. I'm very happy with it. It's on my bed. So, I'm going to get right into stats. I had a bit of an emotional week, so it's been kind of chaos. I had some weird things happen, and I don't know what I did, but I'm off track, and I'm very emotional. So I will try to keep it together. I had my surgery May 22nd, 2017 at Trinity Bariatrics. My surgeon was Joseph Colella. My high weight was 330 pounds, May of 2017. My day of surgery weight was 304 pounds. And like I said, May 22nd, 2017. 2016 was my high weight. I lost 30 pounds before my surgery. And I gained a few back having my food funerals. So I had actually at one point before surgery dropped down to 297, and day of surgery I weighed 304. So that goes to show you can sabotage yourself with your food funerals. Last week I weighed in at 263.2 pounds. I have a goal I set in my week 13 video that I would be in the 250s by my week 15 update. And to be honest, because this is so late, I'm not sure if that's going to happen because of what happened this week. So this week's weigh-in on Monday, the 28th, I believe. Anyways, I don't know. I didn't write it down. On Monday, I weighed 265 pounds, 265.1 pounds. So that was a gain of 1.9 pounds for the week. And at one point, it was higher. Sunday, it was higher. I don't know what happened. I was going down since my last video. A lot's going on. I don't know. So I am down 64.9 pounds since my high weight, and down 38.9 pounds since my surgery weight. And if you watched my last video, you would know I was so excited to be down 40 pounds. I know you all say not to compare myself with other people. I am not. I'm comparing myself with my own progress. I'm frustrated. I've been very busy, so I haven't got to work out as much as I want. I know it's an excuse. I know I can make time. Seriously, I'm working 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week school. I have a daughter who has had intestinal problems for the last 3 years. I'm a single mother, and it's tough. I really, really know I need to get into the gym. I need to work out. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to get my steps in. I'm struggling the last couple days, even with water, because I know what it is. It's depression. When I saw a gain, you guys don't understand. I'll elaborate before I explain. I'll elaborate why it upset me so bad. I got down to 261 last Friday evening. And I was excited, thinking I was going to make it to my goal. I was only a couple pounds away. It's 261.8. I maintained that. Saturday morning, I was 261.8. Saturday night, when I came home, I was still 261.8. Through everything I did throughout the day, it had stayed the same. I have a Fitbit scale, if anyone would like to know what kind of scale I use. It stays in the same place. I have the floor marked because I know if you move your scale, sometimes it changes the weight. I was not obsessed anymore. I was not getting on the scale every day. I just was tickled pink to keep seeing the 261. It was exciting to me. I usually weigh myself maybe 3 times a week now instead of every day, multiple times a day. I used to get on the scale every morning as soon as I'd get up, and I'm not doing that anymore. Maybe I need to. Maybe that's my problem. Everybody always tells you to avoid the scale, to not become obsessed with the scale. And yes, I have measured myself. I am losing inches. I am seeing a difference. Slowly, I'm starting to see the difference in my body. I'm going to try to upload this to my laptop so I can edit in some pictures. Because at some point I was transferring pictures from my phone to my laptop. I'd been taking screenshots since day one, and I lost about 2,000 pictures. So I don't want to lose that. I should have been posting those all along, but I didn't know how to do that. I'm not good at editing. I know that I can add them in from my laptop, but can't from my phone. It's a lot. I'm going to try to upload this to my laptop first so I can add in some pictures so you guys can see. Everyone else sees them. Everyone else sees my progress much more than I do. I know that's common for all of us. I see myself every day, so maybe that's why. So anyhow, Saturday 261.8. Sunday morning. Saturday, mind you, I did go to a party. I made my kind of foods that I could eat. Like I do a buffalo chicken cheesy dip. I watch how much of it I eat. I dip celery sticks in it instead of crackers. But I also made a Mexican type of dip, and I did use some Frito scoops, maybe 6, maybe. Someone else made something that required like the Townhouse flip sides, I think they're called. They're like a pretzel and a cracker. I had maybe 4 of those throughout the day. So yes, I did have some carbs. Somebody made a zucchini cake. I had a piece. I am not kidding. That big. I measured it by the size of my Fitbit. That's all the bigger I'd let myself have, and it was so thin I could see my friend through it. I just wanted to taste it. Her mother makes amazing zucchini cake, and it was tiny little sliver. It wasn't even that much. Seriously, I could almost barely taste it. It was so small. And it was enough. It was satisfying. I cherish that little piece of cake. But what I'm not understanding, I did not drink alcohol. I drank my usual, this is my water, with root beer flavoring in it. I drank that. Everyone else was drinking and having a good time. I did not. I felt a bit odd and left out. Everyone else had full plates. I had a quarter of a plate. I felt like everyone was staring at me, and I know better. These are all people that I love and that love me, and they were not judging. It was in my head. So when I got on the scale Sunday morning and saw 266.5, I freaked out. I had a breakdown emotionally big time. Kind of got withdrawn all week, and it's been a bad week for my daughter as well, who's been struggling with health issues and has missed some school. And it's only the second week of school. Last year she missed so much time they threatened to fail her. It's frustrating because I want to help her. She has doctors. They've diagnosed her with IBS, anxiety, and depression. There's more to it. The child is in pain every time she eats, so that's stressful because I can't help her and I can't fix it, and I'm worried about the time she's missing. I don't want to see her go through the same issues she had last year. It's a little bit of everything, so maybe my body is holding on to weight because of stress. And someone told me, sorry, I have new growth growing in and I'm still losing massive hair. Somebody I can't remember what I was getting at, but basically, someone told me that it was probably water weight and it was a fluke. So I got on the scale the next day and the next day, and it didn't just go away. So I had to change my eating habits. Those of you who have watched my videos, you know that I have been allowed to go up to 1,000 calories, and there have been times I have exceeded that, but it's only on weeks that I'm pretty physical. My doctors are understanding. They know. I don't hide it from them. But this week, I made sure to keep myself at exactly 1,000 or less. There was one day I was 1,020. So, because the weight wasn't dropping, I will let you know that I'm on the downward streak again. And I've noticed this is also a trend for me, either to stop or gain a pound, and then I have a nice weight loss again. So, I won't tell you how much I weigh, but I'm hoping to lose a few more pounds, because my goal is by next video to be in the 250s. I don't care if it's 259, but I'm going down, so I'm okay with that as long as I don't freeze or stall. So I had a liquid day. I know that I talked to you guys about sometimes I do that. I did have a liquid day. I have increased my stool softener to 2 a day, some days 3. And I'm still having to every 3 or 4 days do like a Miralax or Dulcolax or something, because I'm still having the bathroom issues. Someone told me it's because my protein's too high, my fiber is too low. I've tried the fiber, but it increases my carbs, and as you know, I am very, very, very carb sensitive. And I know that fiber doesn't affect net carbs. I mean, it lowers your net carbs. I get it. Um, I know all that. I'm working on it. I do try to keep my foods exclusively as much as possible protein and fresh vegetables, except for I cannot do greens and lettuce yet. It still doesn't digest right. I'm doing the best that I can, going back to the basics again. I'm trying to make sure I'm not skipping meals, and once again in my life that's sometimes hard. I ran out of the pre-made shakes this week too, last week, and so I forgot that I had powders in my cupboard, and I found them this week, and I think that's part of why I'm back on track, because I was getting all my protein out of foods, which meant my calories was a bit higher, because in order to eat enough to get 60 to 90 grams of protein, you have to eat a little more. So I was eating small amounts more often, but my calories were still pretty high, so that could have had a lot to do with it. But I just did not understand the weight gain of like 5 pounds in 24 hours. Not even. It was like 12 hours. And it stayed. It would have been one thing if it had been a fluke, but it stayed that way. So, and the 261 had stayed for a couple days. So that wasn't a fluke either. So I'm not sure, and I'm really trying to move past that and keep on going. It's a new week. Like I said, I'm very late doing this post. I'm going to try to get back on track and on time, but I'm not going to make any promises. But basically, I let myself get depressed this week, and I stopped myself from the emotional eating. So that's a plus. Because there was a time when I'd get upset like that, I would make myself eat every day, all day long. You know, I did crave some things that I shouldn't crave. I had a slice of pizza. No, actually, I'll make that 2. It was 2 slices. It was Philly cheesesteak, and it took me almost an hour to eat both slices. So, and that was one day. But it was a day I'd done almost all day was liquids, and then that was dinner. So, and I'm not justifying it. I don't always eat the best, and I'm seeing that a lot of my problems was feeding my emotions. But I'm working on it, And that's all we can do is keep working on it and keep trying. As I've said from day one, I am terrified this isn't going to work for me. I mean, I get that I'm losing weight. And I get that I'm losing weight at the rate that my doctor wants me to. Except for this past week. But I also feel that I should have been at the 50 pounds down mark already. I felt that way weeks ago. My cousin, who has been astronomically successful, she's 7 weeks out, just announced she lost 50 pounds, and I'm not comparing myself to her. I understand there are different reasons for that. I have been able to eat the whole time. I don't understand. I've never had a problem. The day of surgery and the day after, I was throwing up. But ever since, I have been fine. I could drink. I could actually gulp. I shouldn't have, but I could. I didn't allow myself. But if I wanted to, I could chug all of this water if I wanted to. And I won't let myself. I just don't. But I'm very conscious, and she has been able to say that she can't get anything down. Everything hurts. Everything feels full. A cup of pudding, she can, like the pudding cups you buy, instant, they're already made. She can't eat a whole one. I could have ate a whole one right after surgery. I can eat a whole can of soup now and not have a problem. And 2 hours later, be hungry again. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Maybe they didn't do as much, didn't cut as much. We're all different. All I know is my journey is different than everyone else's journey, and I'm trying to not compare myself. I am definitely noticing my own issues and comparing myself to my past successes and failures, and realizing that this is about the time, little over 3 months is about the longest I go on any kind of fitness program or weight loss plan. And this is a lifestyle change, so I did this on purpose. I did this so I had the tool and couldn't back out. And in the past, I would have at this point. I would have given in. So I think that maybe subconsciously I was sabotaging myself. All I can do is keep on moving. So for any of you guys struggling, know that I'm there with you. For those people who think this is the easy way out, we fight tooth and nail for every pound. We're in misery, we cry, we want to eat, we can't. There are days, yes, I want to eat, but I can't. And I'm thankful for those days. And I know I tell you guys I don't feel restriction. I feel restriction, and I can eat more than I thought I would be able to. But I can honestly say I only eat about a quarter of what I used to eat. And the calories, now I realize that my calories were astronomical before. When I thought I was measuring them, I was not. I was not measuring them accurately, at least. So, all I know is here I am with a weight gain. Like I said, 1.9 pounds for the week. I will say I've lost that 1.9 pounds. How's about that? As of today. But I don't want to corrupt my next week's video, and it's getting close enough that I don't want to jeopardize what I'm going to say in that video for my loss or jinx myself. So I'm going to keep on going, doing it the way I am, back to the fundamentals, keeping my protein. I need to work on my water. That's my goal for this week, guys. I'm going to try 3 bottles a day, because if I force myself to do 3 bottles a day, at least then I know I'm getting my 2. Because right now it's been about 1.5. So I'm under my water goals. And that probably has a lot to do with this too. And I'm going to try to beat the carb cravings at least a bit this week. I've been craving sugary stuff, and I can't stand the sugary stuff even if I let myself, but found myself doing some stupid stuff. I bought my daughter candy because I thought it looked good to me. She likes the Sassafras candy, and I don't know if you guys have that in your area. It's like hardtack candy like the Horehound candies or the root beer barrels, but it's sassafras and she likes it. And I thought the lemon drops looked good too, so I bought her that. Yes, I know she'll like it, but seriously, I bought it because it's something I thought I'd like, and I won't touch it because I know what sugar does to me, so I won't even touch it. So, does anyone else do that? Buy something that you think looks good, but you know you won't eat it. It's weird. I look at foods that I know I can't eat. I don't buy them. I just go down the aisles. I try to keep the outer perimeters, but sometimes when I'm shopping, I do stupid stuff like go back into the carb sections. And I'm a therapist that works in this, and I should know better because you relapse before you relapse. And I'm thinking that I need to stop with those behaviors before I jeopardize my weight loss anymore. And I did have the eye opener, and I'm not lying, it was an eye opener. I went through a lot this week. I don't want to ever gain that much again. And like I said, 265.8 overnight. That was nearly 5 pounds. It blows me away. Oh, and yes, this driving me nuts. Hair loss. My hair is not greasy, guys. It's just super thin and shiny. It's just the way it is. Look how thin my hair is getting, everybody. It's so thin. And yes, that silver is my gray hair. I need to color it. But I just wanted to show you guys. Do you see that? It's so thin. My receding hairline. I want to show you guys because I know a lot of you freak out and are worried about the hair loss. You can see. You can see my scalp through my hair, but I always did have a bit of a thin hairline. And I have baby fine hair anyways, super thin. And it's real, like, shiny, so it always looks greasy. And I just washed it and dried it this morning. It's just the way it is. Anyways, I use a lot of dry shampoos because it makes my hair look thicker. It works for me. See how thin? But for any of you guys worried about doing this surgery because you're worried about the hair loss, look, it's not that bad. It really isn't. I'm not bald. Now, I know 3 months is when it tends to pick up, and I am noticing a bit more hair loss than I did. I started my hair loss at like 3 weeks, and it's been pretty decent, steady hair loss constantly when I wash my hair. But now I'm filling my palm, about a palm full of hair. But I was also told the good thing is when you start losing hair like that, it means your hair loss is really done. It's pushed out. It's just pushing out what's already, done. And that means your new growth is coming and it's pushing it out. So that works for me, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I always did have thin hair. A little bit thinner is no big deal to me. Like I told you guys before, if I go bald, I go bald. I'll tattoo my head. I'll decorate it up. I'll wear wigs. I'll enjoy it. It'll just be something different. And I'm not going to freak out about that. This is definitely not a vanity thing for me. But I know people hesitate because of the loose skin, and people hesitate because of the thinning hair. And seriously, if that's why, then you don't need this surgery anyways, because you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're doing it for your health and you're doing it for a better way of life, then it's worth it. But if you're worried about vanity issues to begin with, then maybe you might want to rethink, because there's some things some people can't live with. If my stomach hangs to my knees when I'm done, yes, believe me, I'm going to talk to a plastic surgeon. But it's not that I have to. It's, to me, if I'm healthier and feel better and can do more with my kids, that's what's worth it to me. So I don't care about the loose skin. I don't care about the hello arms that I've got. Yes, I've got bat wings. I've always had bat wings. Even when I was thin, my arms were flabby. Even when I lifted weights. It's okay. And I'm okay with it. But I just wanted to show you guys it's not that bad. Hair loss happens to all of us pretty much to some extent. maybe a little bit, some a lot, some you can really see it. And I'm not done, so I'm sure it gets worse. But I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm working. I hope next week's update will be a bit better. Sorry if this was a bit moody and weird for y'all. I know it's all over the place. It kind of has been how my mood has been this week, and I'm sure it shows in the video. Um, I am so happy. I know that some of you have had some major NSVs, been watching your videos. Some of you have had some really good weight losses in the last couple videos. So I'm proud of you all. Keep working hard. For my new subscribers, welcome. Sorry this was a bit crazy and chaotic. My videos are usually unedited and kind of weird, but this one was a bit different. And for those of you sticking by me and supporting me, I really appreciate it more than you can imagine. And until next time, guys, many blessings. Thank you. Bye.